Hello everyone. So yesterday we completed the chapter of electricity and that was chapter number 12. Fine. So today we are moving towards another chapter of physics and that is lesson number 10, light, reflection and reflection. So generally students, what is light? Anything that enables us to see an object around us is known as light. Fine. We know that the sun is the main source of energy for light. Anything that is available to us in a nearby objects and that we can see the colors, the changes that is taking place, each and everything we can see is with the help of light. So light is one of the main branch of physics, also known as optics. So students, what is optics that we are going to study today? The branch of physics. Find the branch of physics which studies the light is known as optics. The branch of physics dealing with light, objects nearby us or anything through which we can see the colors, the rainbows, each and everything is known as optics. But there were made some rules and regulations through which we can say what type of light it is and how we can enable us to see. Okay, so the first thing is optics. Optics is dealing with each and every forms of light nearby us. Either it is a man-made light or a sunlight or anything. But how do we call that it is a light or how we can see? So the main subject over here is the reflection. You might be familiar with the words reflection. Okay, so the main form of reflection is what? Anything that is striking back to its original position is known as reflection. Okay, or we can say when a light is incident on a transparent medium, it reflects back and this is known as reflection. Let me tell you through an example. Okay, so the first thing is reflection. The main form of reflection is what? If this is a smooth plane surface, okay, remember this is smooth plane opaque substance, okay, and when the light is incident from here, so this is said to be the incident ray. This is said to be incident ray. Okay. Whenever the light is passing through a smooth and a plane surface, there is an imaginary line drawn perpendicular to the smooth surface and it is also known as normal to the surface. It is known as normal to the surface and it is always imaginary. Okay. Remember students, imaginary line is always drawn in a dotted line whereas the real lines are drawn as a straight line. Okay. So this is what? Normal to the surface. An imaginary perpendicular line passing through the surface of the object is known as normal to the surface. Okay. So this is going to be a normal. Fine. So whenever a light is striking at this point of interval, it cannot go beyond the object because the object is smooth plane as well as it is opaque. Opaque stands for what? We cannot see through them. Okay, the glass is said to be a transparent thing, but if you are taking a piece of wood, a fiber or a metal, then it is said to be a opaque substance. So light travels back. Light travels back. And this is said to be a reflected ray. This is said to be reflected ray. Okay, I hope students you are clear with this. The incident ray, that means the light ray which was coming is said to be incident ray. The imaginary line drawn perpendicular to the surface is known as normal. Okay, and the light which strikes back after striking to the surface is known as reflected ray. It is known as reflected ray. Okay. So we can see over here that it is making an angle over here. Then name this angle theta I. Name this angle as theta I. Here the word theta I is in angle, also known as angle of incidence. Theta I is said to be the angle of incidence. Fine students. Next thing is theta R. What is theta R? Theta R will be the angle of reflection. Theta I is said to be the angle of reflection. Okay, I hope you are clear with these words. Theta I will be angle of incidence and theta R will be the angle of reflection. And what is theta R over here? Theta R is the angle that makes angle with normal, which is from the reflected ray. So this is theta R. So students, this is the general imagination or say schematic diagram of reflection or how the reflection occurs. Okay, this is the incident ray, this is the normal, this is the reflected ray. These both are the angle making with the normal, so that is also known as theta I, angle of incidence, and theta R is also known as the angle of reflection. Fine. I hope you are clear with these things. So, in general, what is the general definition of reflection? Okay, what is the general definition of reflection? So, we can write it as when a light falls on a smooth and plane surface, it reflects back. When the light falls on a smooth plane surface, it reflects back, and that is known as reflection. That is known as reflection. I can write over here the definition of reflection if you want. See, when light falls on smooth and plane surface, it reflects back, and it is known as reflection, and it is known as reflection. Fine students, I hope you are clear with this. So this was the general definition of reflection as well as a diagram for the reflection. I repeat, when the light falls on a smooth and plane surface, it gets reflected back. Remember students, reflection is only observed on a smooth plane as well as opaque substance. Opaque substance means a substances through which light cannot pass. Okay, the substances through which light cannot pass is known as opaque substances. Reflection is always found on opaque substances. Okay, the ray which was coming is said to be an incident ray. The ray which is going back is known as reflected ray. The imaginary line drawn to the perpendicular of the surface is known as the normal. Okay, and the angle which is made with the normal is said to be an angle of incidence. This is this, and angle of reflection is this. So I hope you are clear with this all things. Okay, so this was the reflection, but there are some laws of reflection also. Okay, there are some laws of reflection, and let us see that because it is quite important in examinations also. Okay, then what are the laws of reflection? The first law of reflection is that the angle of incidence will be always equals to the angle of reflection. The angle of the angle of incident is always equal to the angle of reflection. Find the angle of incidence is always equal to the angle of reflection. So the first law what we can write over here is theta I will be always equals to theta R. That therefore angle of incidence is always equal to the angle of reflection. So this is the first law of reflection. Fine students, I hope you are clear with these things. Theta I is always equals to theta R. Therefore, angle of incidence is always equals to the angle of reflection. Angle of incidence is always equals to the angle of reflection. Okay. Next thing, the incident ray. So this is incident ray. Okay. Student, the point where reflected ray, incident ray and the normal, the smooth plane, everything merges or is said to be the point of incidence. It is said to be the point of incidence where the reflection is being occurred is said to be the point of incidence. It is said to be the point of incidence. Okay. I repeat, the point where the incident ray, the reflected ray, the normal drawn to the surface and the plane itself meets is known as point of incidence. So the incident ray, point of incidence, normal and reflected ray all lies in the same plane. Fine students, I hope you are clear with these things. Okay, the angle of incidence is always equal to the angle of reflection. So the angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. The second thing is the incident ray, the point of incidence, normal and reflected ray all lies in the same plane. All lies in the same plane. That means what? I will explain you the second laws of reflection. They are trying us to tell is, see, there are two planes. Say this is the first plane and this is the second plane, or you can say this is the first and this is the second, whatever you want to say. Okay. So the incident ray is also lying on the first plane. The reflected ray is also lying on the first plane. The angles of the incidence as well as the angle of reflection is also lying on the same plane as well as the point of incidence. Everything is on the upper side, and so they are saying that the incident ray, the point of incidence, normal and reflected ray all lie in the same plane. All lie in the same plane. So students, this is the laws of reflection. Mainly you can find in any opaque structures. The colors which we can see through our naked eyes are due to reflection only. You know that in general there are 7 colors, that is VIBGYOR: violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, red. Okay. So if we can see anything that is in green in color, that means that only green color is reflected back and other all colors are being absorbed. Okay. Suppose we can see anything that is red in color, that means over that object each and every color except red is being absorbed, but red color is reflected back, and thus we can see an inanimate object. Okay. So the color which we can see around us, okay, that is only being reflected back, other all the colors are being absorbed. But what about the colors, main colors, that is black and white? Black color. If you can see an object of black color, that means each and every colors of the light are being absorbed, and so the color appears to be black. That means violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, red, each and every colors are being absorbed, and so we can say that the color looks black in color. Okay, the color looks, or say the object looks black in color. Okay. But what happens when we see the object that is white in color? See, the color white is actually the exactly opposite to that of black. Fine. So what happens if we can see anything that is white in color, that means each and every color of VIBGYOR is being reflected back, and the mixture of each and every color of the 7 component colors is said to be white. It is said to be white in color. Okay. So I hope students you are clear with this. If in examinations they are asking about write a short note on reflection, then you need to write both. That is the angle, that is the definition of reflection, the diagram, as well as the laws of reflection. Okay. But if in exam they are asking us the laws of reflection, then you only need to write these two things. Okay. I hope you are clear with these things. Fine students, so this was today's topic, and that is also known as reflection. R-E-F-L-E-C-T-I-O-N. So today, another topic what we are going to study is refraction. Okay, there is a quite difference between reflection and refraction. Let us go through this. Okay, so the next topic is refraction. What is refraction? See, we saw reflection that a light is striking on an opaque smooth plane surface, it goes back. But what about when light is incident to fall on a transparent medium? What are the general transparent mediums? Say glass, water, air, glycerin. Many of these objects are said to be a transparent. Okay, so whenever a light falls on a transparent object, that phenomena is said to be what? Refraction. But how? That we will learn. Okay, so the main thing is, whenever the light is falling on a transparent object, it can pass through that object. Whereas here you can see that on this plane we are not having anything. That means the light was going back to its own place. Okay, but whereas in refraction, whenever the light is passing through a transparent medium, it passes through the object, but there will be a little change. The light bends. The light bends. And that phenomena is said to be a refraction. And that phenomena is said to be a refraction. Okay. So refraction, let us draw the figure so that you can understand this. Say this is a transparent medium. Okay, this is a transparent medium and a light is coming from here. And a light is coming from here. That means what? This is the what we saw incident ray. This is what we call as incident ray. Okay. We know that each and every plane has a imaginary perpendicular line passing to the surface, and that is known as normal, or say the perpendicular line. So we will draw this thing. So this will be a normal plane to the surface. Let us write it over here. So this is normal. This ray is incident ray. Okay. So whenever a light is passing through a transparent medium, it can pass through the object, but there will be a one thing, it bends. How it bends? See, like this. The light was going from here, so it should go from here, but now it is going on bending, and that is known as refraction. That is known as refraction. I hope you are clear with this. Okay, when a light is incident on a transparent medium, it bends, and that phenomena is said to be a refraction. Okay, so what we will call this ray as? It is said to be a refracted ray. It is said to be a refracted ray. We are also going to be having the angles that will be theta I, that is the angle of incidence. Okay, so over here theta I will be angle of, and theta R will be refraction. So theta R we will be making over here, and that is said to be theta R. That is said to be theta R. Okay, I hope you are clear with this, the refraction. Okay. This is the incident ray that is coming from here, the normal that is passing through this, and the theta I is the angle of incidence and theta R is the angle of refraction. Okay, so how we can write the definition of this? How we can write the definition? Let us see the definition. When light falls on any transparent medium, it bends. When light falls on any transparent medium, it bends, and the phenomena is known as refraction. When light falls on any transparent medium, it bends, and the phenomena is known as refraction. So students, the refraction will be for what? Transparent medium. Reflection will be what? Will be for what? Opaque medium. Okay, I hope you are clear with these things. The reflection, the refraction, the angle of incidence, the angle of refraction, the angle of incidence, and the angle of reflection. Okay, this is the general definition for refraction. This is the general definition for reflection. Okay. So I hope you are clear. There are only two phenomena that is occurring around us, and that is reflection and refraction. If the see, what are the examples of refraction? Have you ever seen the examples of? Have you ever seen a water glass? Fine, that is transparent. And if you will put a pencil in it, you can see that a pencil is being broken, but actually the pencil is not broken. Sometimes we have also observed that in a glass full of water, if you are keeping a ball inside it, fine, you can see that the ball is near to us, but as we will try to grab that, it won't come in our hand. These are the general examples of refraction. The light bends, and we cannot say that is the exact position of anything. And so this is also known as apparent position and the real position. Okay, this is said to be an apparent position, and this is said to be a real position. Apparent stands for imaginary position, what we can see, but actually it is not over there. And so that is also known as apparent position. Fine students, I hope you are clear with the refraction. But accordingly, as we are having the laws of reflection, we are also having some laws of refraction. Okay, we are also having some laws of refraction that we need to say just now. Okay. So the first thing, laws of refraction. The first thing is what? The same as this. The incident ray, point of incidence, normal drawn to the surface, and refracted ray all lies in the same plane. All lies in the same plane. Fine. So students, you can also see we are considering this thing whole as a plane. So the incident ray, the point of incidence will be of course this. Okay, the incident ray, the point of incidence, normal drawn to the surface, and refracted ray all lies in the same plane. Each and everything lies in the same plane, and so this is the first law of refraction. So it will be quite easy for you to remember this as the laws of reflection and laws of refraction. One point is same over there. Okay. Over here we saw that theta I is equals to theta R. That was the angle of incidence is equals to the angle of refraction. Okay, we saw that the angle of incidence is equal to the angle of reflection. Okay, but over here there is a change between them. You will be studying the trigonometric functions. What are trigonometric functions? These trigonometric functions are applicable to right angle triangle as well as each and every waveforms of physics. Okay, and that is known as trigonometric functions. So various types of trigonometric functions what you are going to study in maths will be sin theta, cos theta, tan theta, sec theta, cosec theta and cos. Okay, the sin theta and cos theta are one of the two main trigonometric functions. Okay, the two main trigonometric functions. Sin theta always deal with the vertical line. I repeat, sin theta always deals with the vertical plane or say the vertical line. Whereas cos theta always deals with the horizontal line. Okay, I hope you are clear with this. Sin angle always deals with vertical line, whereas the cos theta always deals with horizontal line. So over here students, you can see that we are always dealing with vertical line. See, if I am having an incident ray over here and the incident ray is theta I, then I am making an angle with normal. Normal is what? Perpendicular drawn to the surface, and so that is vertical. So we will take which angle over here? Sin theta. We will take, see, theta is the Greek word used for the making of angle. Okay, and sine is the sine itself of the trigonometric function. Over here also students, you can see that the angle of refraction, we are also making angle with vertical line, and so again we will take sine theta. Okay, so the thing was what? That the second law of refraction says that the sine angle of incidence, that is this sine angle of incidence, or say the ratio of sine angle of incidence and the sine angle of refraction are always constant. Okay, the sine angle of incidence, okay, we will write it as ratio of sine angle of incidence. It is denoted as sin theta I. Okay, the sine angle of incidence to the sine angle of refraction. Sine angle of refraction is always constant. Is always constant. So this is the second law of refraction. This is the second law of refraction, that is the sine angle of incidence will be equal to the sine angle of refraction, and it is always constant. Fine, we will be having the same values of both, and so it is said to be the sin theta I upon sin theta R. Whereas there was a change over here. Here both the angles will be same. Here the ratio will be constant. Fine, there is a difference between the sine angle of incidence and sine angle of refraction. Okay. And here we are having the sine angle of incidence upon the sine angle of refraction is constant. So these are the general forms of two optics. The optics, that is reflection and refraction, what we studied today. So we are completed with reflection, laws of reflection and laws of refraction. Okay. Let me repeat one more time because it is important. When the light falls on a smooth and plain surface or an opaque surface, it reflects back. And if it reflects back, it is said to be a reflection. Theta I is always equals to theta R, and all the things, that is the incident ray, the normal, not the reflected ray, the point of incidence, all lie in the same plane. Fine students, I hope you are clear with reflection. This this figure is quite important. You need to draw if they are asking us. Okay. The next topic what we studied was refraction. So what was refraction? When the light falls on any transparent medium, it bends. When the light falls on any transparent medium, it bends. And so it is known as refraction. The basic examples of refractions are, as I told you, that if the sunlight is coming, then the position which we can see of the sun is not the real position, it is the apparent position. Because of the thick atmosphere, the sunlight bends. The sunlight bends. Okay. So this was the refraction. We draw the angle, we draw the schematic diagram of refraction, and that was showing what? Theta I, theta R, the angle was getting bent. This was the angle of incidence and this was the angle of refraction. The second law and the first law of the refraction are same. Everything lies in the one plane or the same plane. And the second one was the ratio of sin theta I upon sin theta R will be always constant. The ratio of sin theta I upon sin theta R is always constant. So I hope you are clear with this reflection and refraction. Tomorrow we will go for the next topic. Thank you.